What, I won't be rushed?
I won't be rushed. They were trying to rush me and putting on my headset, and I will not be rushed. I'm going to put my headset on at the cadence
Jeff
that I want to put my headset on.
He wasn't rushing you. He just simply said, we're not going to start it until your fucking headset's on.
I know I'm jumping into a story, but we would go to lunch as work coworkers, and there'd be like 4 or 5 of us, and there was one guy, and you know him. There was one guy. We'd all eat. You know, people eat at a normal pace, and there was one guy that was like ate crazy slow, and everybody just kind of sat around waiting for him, and he was like all obstinate. He was like, "I'm still eating my food. I'm not leaving." We all
gotta
drove.
go.
Yeah, we all drove together. Right? Oh. This is a work. We left work, go eat, come back, and he was like, and then we all just stand around waiting for him. And you know who that person is? He's
probably Barry.
No, it's another astroturf pansy.
Beavers?
Nope.
Jerry?
Nope.
Ballard?
Nope.
Who is it? David?
Yes.
David Bain?
Yes. He was the one that would sit there and go, "You're not going to rush me."
You don't know me.
I don't feel pressured.
I will not. I'm not going to eat this French fry any faster.
I'll vomit if
I will
do.
enjoy every ounce of fat that I put in my mouth.
Oh, people are funny. I love him. All right, here we go. Second half.
Well, with the second half, it's the second half of the June 10th show.
It is.
The Juneteenth show? Is that what you said?
10th,
oh my
10th.
God. Don't trigger me. Don't trigger me.
10th.
Don't trigger me.
Oh, boy.
Me know to subscribe to Juneteenth.
Yes.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
I can tell
Fucking
it's
piece of shit cocksuckers.
I can
Fuck
tell.
that. It's Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
We can tell it's the second half already.
It is. We're a little bitter. We're a little saucy. A little happy.
On an empty belly, no less.
Oh, that's right, because you're fasting.
I am fasting. And walk me through why I'm fasting.
To lose weight.
It is absolutely to lose weight. So
I thought it was to connect astrologically to the beings that you connect with.
Well,
I didn't say beads.
No.
I said beings.
No, sorry.
God.
Yeah, I like to resonate with my anal beads, you know.
Nice.
What the hell? No, I'm fat. So I'm trying to lose weight. And I think I've been pretty successful with dropping some poundage over the last couple months. And all I've really done is, which is a lot actually, is fast on Mondays. And then it kind of
shrinks
sets
the stomach, right?
It shrinks the stomach and sets the tone for the rest of the week, so to speak.
Meaning I made a sacrifice on Monday. That sucked. I'm going to make it worth it by controlling how much I eat and what I eat for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's working.
I think that's
it's
great.
Working. And I'll tell you what, the last week when I did it, I hit a new low. And I hope to supersede that new low tomorrow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Very good.
You know, there's a lot of things I cut out too. There's like the condiments, the mustards, the ketchups, the relishes, anything extra, ranches, any kind of dressing.
Mustard really doesn't have much to it.
Yeah, but for me, I've got rosacea, and the mustard grain affects that, so I don't.
Really, I've never heard that.
Where's your rosacea? It's like someplace we can't see.
On my cheeks.
Is it on your food?
Oh, I've seen it on your cheeks before.
Yeah.
The mustard causes that?
Correct. Well, yes.
Like a large grain German mustard, or
yeah, all the mustard. And let me tell you, that is a huge sacrifice for me because I love mustard because I grew up in Germany, and
that's right.
I
You call
lall
yourself,
the
I'm
spicy.
German. I'm not American. I'm German.
No, I did not say that.
Oh, you said that multiple times.
Because we were talking about Coca-Cola.
We're talking about Dr. Pepper, you jackass.
The irony is I'm the one that's German here. You're Irish.
Well, you both are, technically.
Are you German?
I am German and English.
Yeah.
I'm like major German.
Yeah, you're a major
both
asshole.
sides were German.
Yeah, my mom's side has a hardcore German name, and my dad's name, very English.
Interesting.
Rothschild.
Okay. If you say it like that, it can sound like any nationality you want.
This is true, yes.
Like Mongolian. You can say Rothschild.
Wow.
Well, that was German.
So, back to the fasting.
Yeah.
It's working. And, I could talk about some of the other stuff I want to drop off too. Like, I want to stop taking like my blood pressure medicine. I'll tell you one thing I did, and I'm excited about it. It's coming up. I may have mentioned in the last podcast, but not the one today. But I bought a trampoline,
like a full size trampoline to do like somersaults on.
With the
or one of those Jazzercise trampolines.
No, it's like with the one with the 15-foot fence around it.
That's what I mean.
Yes, and you can like do a triple landing.
Yes. Was it one of those aerobics jazzercise
Oh,
ones?
good lord!
It's
You
like-
did not get one of those.
I did. It's a.
Do you wear a unitard when you do this?
He
Is
does.
I wear onesie.
He does.
So it's
a
a-
snap crotch.
It's a belladone, something like that. I forget the name of it, but it's made in Germany.
That's
so-
called gay.
Oh, whatever, dude. It's you know what? So
That's
I was
perfect for June.
I was in a I wore
Does it
I
have a
went to
net
it.
around it like that one?
It does.
So no, it's basically it's like
It's an octagon.
It's 4 foot in diameter, and that's basically it.
What do you do with it?
It's your
You
timeout.
jump on it.
It's
So
your
look,
timeout area.
Look. So I was I met a person, and they shared with me that they were like, look, I used to weigh 300 pounds. I now weigh 190, and the only thing that I've done was control my diet
Mhm.
and jump on this trampoline for
Control the diet's the biggest thing.
and jump on the trampoline for 15 minutes. I think it's just as big, if not
You
bigger.
could have walked.
No,
done the same
no,
thing.
it's different.
It's different.
It's different.
Do
So
planks.
still different. So it's all
Bounce.
No, here's
We're
the
all
thing.
doing it.
bouncing is
Here's
fine.
the thing. If you eat your meals while on the trampoline, you don't really eat at all.
Yeah,
then
let's-
you vomit everywhere.
Look,
exactly.
look,
so
the
you
thing
end up
is-
starving, and then
is
you
that
lose weight.
there are studies of people that do the trampoline, and they their kids are stronger, and they just it gets your body in tune with it. I mean, telling you, it's I don't know because I haven't done it yet, but I've read about it, and there's that Dr. Barbara O'Neill. She was talking about it. She was like, some of the best exercise is being on a trampoline.
Why don't you just do jumping jacks?
I guess it's possible, but it's worse on your knees.
You
for
are
some
not
people.
being supportive at all.
Well, that's all right.
I'm not sold on trampoline yet.
Oh, that's all right. But the thing is that it's supposed to be easy on your knees and stuff.
I see that. I see it being easier on
Yeah.
the joints and shit.
You know,
like that.
Oh, for sure.
For older people like us, because we are in that category.
I just see it being
it could be like the treadmill
like
that
a
you never
like
use.
a gimmick.
not a gimmick, but maybe, but more. How athletic are you? Are you going to be able to control yourself, kind of a thing?
Oh.
What do you mean, like falling off of
Like
it?
you're just going boing and just being able to control yourself.
So the next time we see you, you're going to be like
Like he's like
in a
impaled,
cast.
He's impaled
in a
into the
full
wall.
body cast, and you're like, dude, it was a bad idea.
So the idea
Athleticism, I guess.
of having
are you
the
questioning
small.
his athleticism?
well,
No.
at this age, it kind of starts
It
fading.
doesn't matter because it does. But the thing is that, and you nailed it because that is right. But what I did buy strategically was a rail that goes on it.
yeah,
that.
like
Similar to
like
that.
the pictures we're
Do you
looking
dance
Similar
at.
like
to
that
that.
one, the second one there? Did you-
Probably I may
You wear
do that.
You wear that outfit?
I may wear that.
Are you going to
outfit.
pose like that?
I don't think I will on purpose, but I
It's
may.
a hot pose. I'm not sure you can pull it off, but
well,
she can.
well, she's wearing like super short shorts. My dick would be hanging out. That's crazy.
Or you just wrap it
God.
to the side.
Don't have to be vulgar.
It was not vulgar. It's the
What, you were
truth.
helicoptering
I'm
on this
sorry.
thing?
My penis. How do you want me to say it?
That's what he's doing. He's jumping
Yeah.
in like.
Honey, come look at this.
No, bring a carrot. I want to like slice it up. No, but look, I'm excited about getting. So look, it was shipped on. It was from Germany, so it's being shipped from there. And look, it was expensive too. It was,
Why is a German trampoline? Why not just get some American-made one?
What's
so special about this one?
because it was highly recommended. And
On
There's
Amazon?
there's 5 stars up there for that one.
yeah, 6 sales.
16 over there.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. I bought it. It's on its way, and I'm looking forward to it. And,
How much are we talking about?
man, we're close to like $800.
Oh,
That's
shit.
$90 right there. Why don't you start with the $90
So
one
you
first?
hold
Those-
on. You
those-
got
those-
the professional.
Yeah, those $90 ones don't work for fat asses like us. Okay.
Will we bottom out?
We,
You
we,
get
were,
on this, goes,
we were literally just be standing on it. We'll be touching the ground. There's no buoyancy whatsoever.
You've got you're in a wheelchair with 2 boots on. What happened?
Oh my God, he broke his hip. Now I don't know what the deal is, and look, it was an investment, but the thing is that it doesn't matter because I also read that you can sell those things and they don't lose their value.
Oh, that's nice.
So there's that. So if anything,
What
I
is-
could have it for a couple of years and probably lose a couple $100 on it.
What does your wife say about this?
Um,
Does she know it's coming?
she knows it's coming. She doesn't know how much I spent on it, but she knows it's coming. And in fact, I encourage her because my wife has she has poor core strength too, and she has chronic back issues that make her bedridden. So if anything, she is a bigger proponent for using it than anybody.
She can benefit. No, is she talking about using it?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, good. So you could do together at the same time.
Well, I don't think that's an option, but
like couples trampoline,
maybe side by side. But I'm not
alternate
dropping
up and down.
They have competitions for that.
Yeah, well, that's kind
synchronized trampoline.
Yeah, but couples synchronized trampoline,
even better.
And then she jumps up into your arms.
Ooh, now
Right.
This goes so bad, so fast.
Have you seen the footage of these trampolines they have like set next to a side of the building? And
they jump up and they jump down and land right back up.
And they
on
come
there.
right back up. These guys, that's what you should get.
Frisco woman crushed it by husband on trampoline. I could just see that going well.
I'm actually looking forward to it because, I mean, there are times every day I'm getting up and it's just getting worse and worse. Paul, you at least get up and you play basketball.
I haven't. I hurt my knee, so that may be out of the question for a while.
But it's just in general, it's just I get up and it's just like, I am walking, I am getting my steps in, but at the same time, it's just not enough. And based on what I was reading with that Dr. Barbara O'Neill and just the overall consensus of what trampolines can do, fuck it.
Hey, whatever, man.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then I'll get rid of it and I'll try to find something else. But you know what? I'm not going to end this quest on trying to better myself.
Yes. Period. Hey, I applaud that. So I have no idea. You also had that like a half moon thing that you would stand on and it would work on your core. What happened? That's kind of like a quasi trampoline sort of like thing,
yeah,
right?
So and look, that was and I still have it and I still use it once in a while, but that is I use on my when I've got my standing desk, my desk that elevate. Right. But honestly, I haven't raised it in a while.
That's part of the problem. I need a desk that raises because when I sit at that desk all day, that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Sit at your desk all day for years and years is bad for you.
So once in a while, I'd say once a week I stand up on it. But the was it Fupa,
fat upper pube area. That's what I asked you if you had your rosacea. You guys didn't hear me.
Rosacea
on his fupa?
Yeah, I said fupa. You guys did not hear me.
It's my puniculum,
It's buried underneath the puniculum.
No. So anyways, it's a semicircle little thing. You stand on it and you balance. It's supposed to strengthen up your lower legs, and it does. And I used it for a lot when I first got it, but actually in the last 6 months, that kind of fell off.
Right. Just like every other exercise thing. I bought a rowing machine, used it twice. I bought a freaking expensive Norditrack bike, and I hang clothes on it. I mean, it's just that's what happens to everybody in America. They buy expensive equipment and they don't use it.
And it does happen, but I
hope you stick with it.
I pledge that I'm going to make this happen because I'm telling you, man, I don't want to die sooner than later.
Well,
and that's really it. And I want to.
We're at that age where you need to start taking care of yourself.
It's legit concern.
Cut out. I mean, I could say cut out sodas. I could say cut out candies. I could say all this shit I cut out. But at the end of the day, I still have a couple beers a week and I still drink a couple bourbons a week.
Yeah, but it's diet bourbon and it's diet beer. So it's good.
Light beer. That is. It's diet beer.
Yeah, light bourbon and light beer.
Oh.
I don't know about the light bourbon.
This is a pretty heavy one.
Diet bourbon is not. It's reduced calorie bourbon.
No. They use aspartame
in the barrel.
Sugar.
They pour that into the barrels.
That's okay as long as you don't leave it in the garage, right?
Yeah, that's
right. It can't get too hot because it'll kill you.
No. I don't know. You had said that's a bogus thing.
A TikTok conspiracy.
Well, it wasn't TikTok because I'm not on TikTok, but it may have been.
But it came from TikTok.
Yeah, but
because when I was Googling it, the only thing that said that was a TikTok video.
Well, okay.
That one woman?
Yes.
Yeah, but I got it off of Instagram.
Isn't it amazing how you can make one video on TikTok and be some just random lady talking about Diet Coke in her garage and how it made her sick? I mean, what?
No, it didn't make her sick.
Yeah, and so that had millions of hits.
Yeah. And people believe it.
And it's crazy.
You just got to do your research.
The power of freaking TikTok or Instagram for somebody just saying some bullshit thing, man. And then
So is this the chick here, the Michelle Balexo?
Yeah,
That's
TikTok,
it.
TikTok.
That's
Same
it.
video on Instagram, so it's TikTok.
And she was like, "Don't leave your soda in the garage. Your diet soda in the garage."
Having a lot of diet soda might also worsen any gut systems, particularly if you have a sensitive gut. Other systems might. Okay, didn't say anything about the garage though.
No, that's something different.
The only thing you'll see it on is TikTok.
That one video. There you go. But TikTok is fact checked, right? It's authentic.
It is. It's real.
There's literally nothing they put on
She had
TikTok.
fancy
So
words
besides
behind her.
causing the soda to lose its fizz and flavor, exposure to hot temperatures can cause the cans to burst.
That's what I found.
Yeah.
And it will make it. And when the aspartame breaks down, it makes it taste bad. It will not kill you.
It will not kill you.
No.
That certainly can't be good for you.
Well, diet drinks in general are bad for you.
Yeah, they're not good for you.
But here's
But it's not any worse for you than.
Yeah, but here's my
regular.
problem with that.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
Here's my problem with that is that you can have a soda that is made at the manufacturer and they stick it in a truck and it's going to get fucking hot because it's got to travel from the place and get to the grocery store.
Right.
So you don't have refrigerator trailer. I mean, you do, but I'm pretty certain that these aren't refrigerated. Yeah. They show up, they're fucking 120 degrees.
Well, it doesn't happen right away. It takes time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes 24 hours to get it from point A to
it's
point
like
B.
several weeks for it to be in hot weather for it to break
They're just
down.
saying store it there.
Yeah.
Well, my point is that it does get exposed to high heats, and we don't really know what happens. I mean, we know what happens with microplastics, but they sprayed the inner lining of these cans with that plastic. We don't know any of this shit, man. We don't know jack shit. In fact, and it frustrates me because they're kind of like, I start bringing up stuff and then people are like, well, this gives you cancer. All that shit gives you cancer. All right, well, I'm not talking about all that stuff. I'm talking about this, okay? Yeah. Everything gives you cancer at some point. It's, even like chickens, they were like this story, another story. I don't know if it's fake or not, but, they were like, someone bought some chicken at Costco and they get it home and they slice the breast in half and it's layered like it's been manufactured, like fake chicken.
Oh, my God. That's great.
I doubt that.
I saw a picture of it. So, I mean, I'm not saying, look, I'm just saying.
I doubt it.
I'm just saying.
They made the chicken in a lab.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe she accidentally went to the fake fucking lab area of the Costco. Does Costco serve fake chicken?
No. And you know that shit causes front hole cancer.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. It goes straight to the front hole.
Yeah, I am not a proponent for eating any of the fake fucking meat. Get the fuck out of here.
Are you the one who sent the microplastics are found in semen now? Did you send that story?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would have.
Do we have to get our semen tested now?
I don't know how they did.
Do I need to go to Walgreens and give them a sample?
Yeah, there's a picture of like white flakes all over stuff. So I was like, wow, nice picture.
Yeah, it's a great picture.
Yeah.
They have a little room, a semen room.
I don't know. How do you volunteer for that study?
Sir, we want you to drink all these bottles of water and we want you to whack off into this tube, please.
Dude, right. In college, you could get paid for your semen.
I knew you could for
donations.
blood. I didn't know about.
Absolutely.
Huge.
I didn't do it, but there were people that would give semen. Why would they do that? Why'd they get paid for that?
I don't know. Like, unless you're going to a sperm bank, it's not like you.
It was a sperm bank. That's exactly what it was.
Do they infuse them in like blood? I need a sperm infusion.
No, it was 100% sperm bank.
We need to check your sperm, so we're going to filter this.
I would think that they very select people would be elected for that because you got to make sure
the doctor.
Yeah, the doctor.
The doctor would be the only one.
Yes, but you can't have some kind of genetic disease.
You're not allowed to drink bottled water.
You can't be 4 feet tall
or have Diet Coke that's been stored in a garage,
right? Or that. I think there's criteria for sperm banks.
But there are people that do that. That's a thing.
I don't know. There's a lot of people. There should be a criteria.
Look it up. I guarantee.
Well, I know there's people that donate sperm, but college, like a blood bank.
Well, no, not a blood bank, because you're doing that because people.
All right. So the criteria to donate sperm be between 18 and 45 years old. Good sperm quality, have a good physical and mental health, provide a detailed medical history of genetic
Yeah,
origins.
you need to have clean genetics.
Donors must, and then the other one is donors must be under 40, free of communicable disease, and without a family history of genetic disorders.
Shit, we missed our window.
And where's
Under
this
40?
semen
Their
analysis.
ages.
That's discriminatory.
My sperm
What
works just
disqualifies-
fine.
My sperm is amazing.
What disqualifies from donating sperm? Well, men who have a history of a certain disease in the family, like cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, they can't donate sperm.
Oh,
Homosexual
gays
men
can, huh?
and men who had sex with other men cannot donate sperm.
There you go.
Intravenous drugs users like Hunter Biden, or no, you are automatically disqualified.
Hunter Biden.
What?
Was he shooting heroin or was he smoking the crack?
Oh, he was smoking crack. I misspoke.
You think
I'm
he
not
was-
saying he doesn't heroin. He may have done heroin. I don't know.
Probably.
I bet he did.
Yeah.
I bet he did.
Well, I don't give a fuck about it. Look, seriously, I don't care about Hunter Biden.
I know.
We don't give a shit about him. Fuck him.
We already know why
This-
they're doing that.
This whole gun charge thing is one thing, but I think it's interesting with the laptop and how his father is tied into all that.
Yeah. Donors earn about $150 for each wad that they blow into a sample,
That seems
Damn.
very
plus
low.
bonuses.
Oh, I thought that was pretty good. A college kid?
Donors
That's
who
good money.
Dude, I'd be whacking 15 times a
Listen,
day.
donors who make
you were
regular,
anyway, right?
regular weekly or twice weekly appointments can earn $700 to $1,200 per month.
There you go.
That is incredible.
Think about it. If you're doing it anyway in college, might as well get paid for
And
it.
that $1,200, that's supposed to be prime sperm.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord. What do you mean by that?
Well, you have like meat. You have select,
Yeah.
choice, and prime.
Choice.
So does that mean like is that a certain is that a certain race? Is it a certain build?
it's well marbled. It's got a good
I can just see it now.
Intramuscular
well
fat.
marbled.
I can see it now.
What is this, like a
Yes,
brisket?
Hi, I'd like to purchase some sperm. Oh, yes, okay. Well, we have 3 different grades. Would you like select, which is the retard guy?
Give
You
me
don't know what you're getting.
Give me
Yeah,
some
you
of
don't
that
really-
Asian delight.
Yeah,
I'll take some
then
of
we
that.
have the prime, which is elite Olympic athletes. What would you like? I could just see how that would
I
go
want
down.
the guy. I want the one that's going to smoke Salem Lights and not get a job.
some menthols.
Brown bag in it.
There are several potential
God.
reasons for sperm breaks to decline a potential sperm donor. You don't meet the requirements such as age, travel history, personal life, family, health history. Your sperm concentration or quality is below our minimum amount, and your infectious disease testing results came back positive.
Yeah, $1,200 a month. I mean,
That's
you're
damn nice sperm right
you're
there.
whacking
Oh,
it
dude, I'd
twice a month in some
whack
room.
it to the oldies. I'm bringing it on the air.
Absolutely.
I'd be like Casey Kasem on the next whack down. Coming to you right now.
It's like after a couple of months, you walk in there. It's like Cheers. Norm,
Hey, what's
Hey,
going
how you
on?
doing?
Hey, Becky.
It's good to see you, buddy.
Here's
Yeah.
your regular room.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that video. You still got the one? Yeah, I like the grandma version.
You know what I like?
Here's your favorite magazine. Which, by the way, did you guys ever have to do that? Did you ever do fertility testing or
Give
No.
sperm.
if you get fixed? Are you fixed?
No.
Not fixed?
I had it, but I didn't go back.
Hold on. Whoa. What? You had what?
A vasectomy.
Vasectomy.
So what does that mean you didn't go back? Did they not finish it? Is that
No,
like
No,
a
you're supposed to jack off into a cup and give it to him.
so you jacked off in the cup, but that you didn't go back?
No. They want you, once they do the vasectomy, they want you to come back and jack off in a cup so that they can confirm that there's no live ones coming through.
Like a couple months later or something like
Otherwise, the vasectomy was a failure.
that.
Like it didn't-
Otherwise, they'll go back in there and slice your dick open.
yeah, the
again.
worst thing you want to do is
Wow.
Yeah, the worst thing you want to do is think that you're firing blanks and you're
So
not.
when my wife had this is fucked up. I'm gonna tell you a fucked up story.
Oh boy.
So when my wife had our 4th child,
Yes.
okay, unbeknownst to me, my mother-in-law
Oh no.
went to the doctor and said, "We want you to tie her tubes."
Oh shit.
Did not consult with me.
Oh
What about
no.
her, your wife?
It doesn't matter. Don't I get a say in this?
Yes,
Well, I know, but
you do.
did your wife also have a say in it?
I don't know. I'm sure she did, but does it fucking matter?
That's crazy.
Don't know. It doesn't, because if this was just your mother-in-law making this,
Telling the doctor do this while you're in there.
I asked my wife, and she said my mom took care of that.
Okay, which
Oh,
means
that means-
they obviously got her consent.
Well, you'd have to.
You would have to.
But wouldn't you have to get the husband's consent?
I would think so.
No, it's her
but
body.
It's
Just like an
her
abortion.
body.
You don't have to have.
Man, it was just fucked up, and I didn't know that. And look, don't get me wrong.
Did you want 8 kids?
I wasn't interested in having additional kids, but that's not the point.
That's not the point. It's
the
principle.
point is that this is kind of we're
a team. Yeah, we make decisions together.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's kind of like this is because
I know.
it's a representation of my whole relationship with her.
Yeah, well, I know my wife and I, we talked about it because she's like, I want to get my tubes tied. I was like, no, that's very invasive for you. I'll just get my
Actually, it's
good.
Shit
Good for
snipped.
you because
it's the best way to do it, though.
No,
which
not for the women.
no,
It is. If they're already there, they've got the legs open.
No.
They're having the last kid.
There's
yes,
lots of health issues that come along with women.
I
You
agree
get
with
shit
that.
taken care of.
I agree
With
with
the
that.
men, there's not.
It's
You have a
so
day of
it's so
uncomfortable.
much more. It's safer for everyone involved for the man to get fixed.
well, I'm thinking if you're already there,
Put it
done.
this way. No, put it this way. My mother had it done, and she got put on HRT and got breast cancer from it.
Right.
So I was like, "You're not having that done.
Yeah.
You're not getting on hormones.
What's HRT?
Good.
Hormone replacement therapy."
Good for you because there are so many men that are like, I'm not fucking doing
No, I
that.
saw what my mom went through and what she dealt with. I was like, I'm not dealing
Yeah.
with that, even though,
What Tara did she got hers tubes tied and she didn't have to be on HRT.
well, things are different now.
Right. Who knows? So
that sucks.
Yeah, so, well, no, I mean,
and
it worked out fine.
it was a piece of
Oh,
cake
dude, that
too.
sucks. No, that sucks.
What's that?
So what changed between then and now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
My mom had a hysterectomy, so I don't know if that means more comes out than just saying getting your tubes tied.
I mean, Tara now has one, but she didn't have one at first. But I'm just thinking, what is the HRT? So that's hormone therapy, right? And so that even brings
Because
up
they're
more
co-
shit. It's
because
all
they're not, women aren't producing the estrogen anymore.
yeah, if they have a
the
hysterectomy, yes, if they have a hysterectomy, which is more than the
so is
fallopian tubes
is
being
that
tied.
sort of the same thing we're doing though? If we're injecting ourselves with,
That's just because our body's not replacing it anymore. Yes,
but
it's the same.
theirs isn't replacing the estrogen,
Correct,
so
it's the same.
ours isn't
I
replacing.
was very hesitant to do it because of that, of what my mom went through.
Interesting.
you
Because
mean for your wife?
that, yeah, and I told her, I was like, "You're not getting that done. That's too invasive."
I agree.
And she wanted the hysterectomy because she was having girl problems, right? That go along with
That's
all that
different. If
stuff.
you're having other complications, yes.
And I was like, no. I'll go in and get my
So you did the
One of those little
traditional
vasectomy.
vasectomy.
Yeah.
I did something that they discontinued. It's called vase clip. So they literally didn't cut. They put a clip and just went. Gunk.
in case you go, yeah, I want kids again.
They said it was not. It was just as irreversible as a normal vasectomy, which is always reversible. They can redo that. They said so. They said we don't want you to think that this is a better alternative for if you want to reverse it. It's the same. But it was simple. It was simple. There was no cutting. There was no swelling. There was no bleeding. They literally just clipped.
Do you have clips on the outside of your dick?
Is it like a hair clip?
Yeah.
It's like a
binder clip?
It's like a gigantic clothespin on the outside of
each
my
side?
on the
pinches that
outside of
little
my
nerve.
dick.
No, it's on your
Really?
balls.
Really?
You
Like
gotta-
that would be something acceptable.
Like a little node on the bottom
Yeah.
of your scrotum.
Yeah, so I look down and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are there gigantic clips on the outside of my dick?
And they're wood. It's starting to mold.
maybe your scrotum.
God. But I tell you what, I did watch it and it was creepy.
I did not watch. Well,
I watched it. I watched it.
the reason
While
I
it
did,
was happening, you watched it?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. But they punch a hole. I mean, you've never done it, but they punch a hole. They stick a little hook inside your scrotum. Oh, it hurts thinking about it. And they fish out the tube. They fish
so
out.
you have this like little white worm.
You did too. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
they do for a vasectomy.
Yep.
They fish it out, and it's a white. It is, and it's bigger than you think.
It's like a worm.
It's a big white tube, and they
It's full of
either and
spooge.
then if it's a normal vasectomy, they snip it, they curl both ends back, they solder it, and then they might even stitch it.
Well, my doctor did something on top of that. He goes, I go an extra step and I crush it.
Oh, great!
He goes, I have a 99.9% success rate. That's why I didn't go back. I was like,
You're like, I'm done here.
yeah, I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
bothered.
but what about that
Yeah.
point one?
Well,
Right.
if we got pregnant again, then we have 3 kids. It
Well, there
didn't
we
happen.
go.
So
Yeah, but on mine, they fish out the same thing, and then they just... Now, he decided to deaden both sides, so he stuck a needle and deadened both sides, but I don't even think there's nerve cells down there, so I don't think you feel it.
He deadened me as well.
Okay, so anyway, then he did the clip and went...
I am so not thankful we're having this conversation.
It makes you uncomfortable, doesn't it? It makes you think about...
Well, I tell you what, I mean, I was uncomfortable for a day.
Maybe.
I literally, you always get a bag of frozen peas.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We went out and bought a few bags of frozen peas, and I sat with on my crotch for a day.
Right.
I sat and watched TV all day.
I'll never forget. I came home, and I was in the backyard, and I don't remember if it was probably Dawson was running at me, because Brody had just been born. Dawson was running at me, like, Daddy! And, his height was just right there at just below the waist. And I was like, ah! I was like covered in my crotch. And I was like, I didn't know. Anyway, it was a non-issue. But, I mean, it was no big deal.
You feel some pressure. It wasn't real painful.
And I think the Vos clip was even less. There was no swelling, right? So it was.
I don't think I was real swollen. I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Anyway, and then they discontinued the Vos clip because insurance wouldn't cover it. So they went out of business.
All right.
So now I have...
That's interesting.
I have an instrument attached to my... What is it? Vas deferens?
So what are
those tubes called? Vas deferens? No.
Your
testicular tubes.
Your fallopian tubes.
Yeah. Just I have them, though. I have fallopian tubes. So anyway, they've been clipped.
Yeah.
Oh, God. He's looking at the anatomy
of a man.
The male anatomy. All right. Why are we looking at this?
Urethra, vas deferens, testicles, epidermis, prostate.
No, it's the epididymis. No.
Seminal vesicle.
There it is. Seminal vesicle.
Comes out of your ass. Well, it's by the prostate.
Well, yeah. I guess so. Yeah, I guess that works.
It's not out of your ass, but it's near the prostate.
No, that would be strange if it came out of your ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you have it. I'm amazed after about 4 years, 200 episodes, and 4 or 5 years, we've never had this conversation.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I'm not scarred necessarily, but
you would never do this procedure?
No, I mean, if I had to, I would, but just I was never given an opportunity because it was taken from me.
It sounds worse than it actually is.
It does.
You basically lay there and you feel him fumbling around down there for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. All right, you're done.
Like I said, I watched it. It was kind of like surreal.
And leave.
So women can get pregnant until the very last egg is released from the ovary.
Which is menopause.
So is there a finite amount of eggs that come out?
Yes.
When they're born with them.
Yes.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
They're born with the number of eggs they're going to have for life.
Wouldn't it be amazing if they have 777 eggs?
And then on the 800th, what?
778.
Right. Why would that be amazing?
It's just it's
like the number. I think it's in the
the number's in the Bible. That's all.
How many? That would be interesting. How many eggs are they born with?
18.
I mean, think about it. That's how many opportunities they have to get pregnant.
Well, each woman may be different.
I wonder what the average number of eggs a woman is born with. That's very interesting. Now, on the flip side, men continue to make sperm forever. All right, let's see here. A woman is born with all the eggs she will ever produce, which is usually between, oh my God, 1 and 2 million. 1 and 2 million. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, the number is a result of a gradual process that begins during the fetal development when a female has around 6 to 8 million eggs. As the fetus develops, most of those eggs waste away, leaving only about 1 to 2 million at birth. So,
wow.
So the sperm, you know what's interesting topic too regarding, what were you going to say before I jump into this?
Well, I was going to say, I mean, they have their period every month, and I thought they release an egg every month. 1 million
apparently
months?
Apparently it's more than one.
It's got to be, because when the last egg leaves the 2 ovaries, they're
either
done.
Either that or like 6
they
to
waste
8 million.
away.
Yeah, some waste away. Maybe they
have
as
to.
you age, that 1 to 2 million becomes 500,000
Right.
when you're 25. When you're 35, I only got 10,000 left or whatever.
Right. So the ones that are in the ovaries just waste away.
Right.
They're
So
not
during a
all
woman's menstrual
released.
cycle, which takes about 28 days. One egg is usually released during the ovulation.
Amazing.
So 2 million months.
So, dude, look, it's forever. It's infinite.
No,
so
because
they have to waste away.
Because they go through menopause.
That's when menopause happens, when they release their final egg.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
but they have to waste away.
So it's interesting, they talk about, if you were to say, the argument was for some women were like, well, we're better than men because we give life.
Yes.
So the question is, do women give life?
They do. Or God gives life, but that's not what you're asking.
No. So my opinion on this is that that's not true.
Interesting.
I think the men give life. All right.
Well, they both together give life.
I think it's both of them.
I think the men give life.
Have you had the birds and the bees talk?
The men give life. The women are simply the host.
So we're like a parasite?
No.
Well, what would
we have both XY chromosomes. Do the women? They do not.
You have XX.
So they do not. So
but they have an egg that the sperm fertilizes.
But yeah, so the sperm is the part that gives the egg life.
Oh.
Okay? We as men have 80 billion little spermies that are developing in us all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
We can father children at 80.
Yeah,
so, I'm just saying.
I think Al Pacino did that.
That's
Lord.
He's going to be 100 when his kid turns 18.
That's just so wrong. Anyway, continue.
It is. It's.
So where are you going with this? Like we're more important than women now?
No. There's some argument like, oh God, we're the better species because we give birth. It's like, no, you're really not. I mean, it's just like yes, you are, but whatever.
I would say when you consider that the sending sperm up the area and hopefully hitting the egg and hopefully fertilizing it versus the fertilized egg implanting in the uterus lining and then growing into a baby for 9 months. I would say that
just simply a facilitator.
I say that contributes more to life than just blowing some sperm up there.
Yeah, but it's not the point.
That's my
okay, and I would agree with that, but it's not the point.
I don't think it's the sperm that gives its life. I think it's the combination of both.
It is, of course.
The sperm by itself does nothing. The egg by itself does nothing.
The men's sperm,
both of them.
The men's sperm is the one that dictates the child's sex.
Is that true?
It is true.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
It is true. So the men's sperm is the one that dictates the child's sex because we have both chromosomes. The women do not. I mean, it's irrefutable. I mean, it's the men are the one that produce life. The women are the host.
Oh boy,
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't agree with that either. I know you're being inflammatory. Well, you're not trying to be, but yeah,
I am a little bit. But still, at the same time, it is true. Everything I said is true.
I don't consider them the host.
They're a little bit more than the host.
You could change the verbiage on that a little bit. But all I'm saying is that women have one egg, 1 month, and men don't.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that we're the provider of life. I think it's a combination of both.
It is. It takes two to have a child for sure.
It is.
But
a sperm by itself does not do anything. An egg by itself does not do anything. You could take the egg outside of the woman and make a test tube baby, and it's the same thing.
And then you put it in another host woman.
And then you put it into the woman.
Yes.
Or a guy.
Your life.
Or a guy.
No, you can't. A guy does not have a uterus that can.
Well, they could shove it in his ass.
And it could grow into a baby.
Did they give some dude, they put it in his abdominal area and he gave birth?
No. 100% no.
That didn't happen?
No.
You would digest it.
Thank God. That would be so bad.
No. So
that is a horrible question, by the way.
Yeah.
Just absolutely horrible question.
I thought there was one, maybe it was a trans or something.
That was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
It was a woman. Yeah. It was a woman.
It wasn't it?
No. Okay, maybe.
But no, it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What was it called?
Twins.
No. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Twins.
No, that wasn't Twins. It was another one that where he got pregnant.
Oh my God. Okay,
Junior. Yeah, there you go.
What a horrible idea.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Okay, so there was
1994.
There was a woman who became a man, but had had the female parts. Well, I know.
It was a chick with a beard.
Right. And she had the female parts. She had the female parts, so she was able to carry a child. That's what you're thinking of.
Whatever. I don't even give a shit. I just I saw a little topic that kind of scrolled over the YouTube channels, and I was like, well, that's interesting. And there was some guys talking about who's the one that provides the life, and I thought it was an interesting argument point, and it is true because men are the only ones that carry the XY.
The answer is both.
Yeah, that's what I agree.
Absolutely. That's why God designed it that way.
Well, one can't do it without the other.
Nope.
Well, their argument was a little bit better than mine, so I still disagree.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
How do they support the test tube baby?
That topic didn't come up.
No, that's a good point. Let's just say that you've got your life that you have in your hand, and you want to have a baby, so you're going to pick. Okay, I have thousands of women to pick from who I'm going to have as a host, but I've got a handful of my life in my hand, but I can't just throw it on her face and hope that I'm going to have a baby.
That's called a facial.
Yeah, it's called a facial.
You really got some throw. Is this from across the room?
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking, okay, what I have to have, oh shit, I've got to have an egg from one of these women. Oh, yeah, I can't have life without that egg. And then put it into a host.
All right.
I'm not buying it.
Course.
I'm just not buying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I disagree, but that's okay. We can move on with this.
I'd like to talk about the alien planet that Sean found.
Oh, good.
Even though it's not a planet, I consider it just a large asteroid.
Finally, a proof of life in the universe.
What was it called again?
I don't know.
Ceres?
Ceres or something like that. Ceres, I think. I don't think it's life either. It's some kind of. They called it something. It's
So what is it? What they had found, and they're just saying this live because what they found is some luminous. Is that the word for it? There's some light given off from the planet. So there was a satellite that went by the dwarf planet, so to speak, whatever it's called, and they were like, well, there's something luminous going on there, and they didn't know what's going on. And they were like, hey, it's the stars in the frozen water. Because there's water there, and there's frozen stuff. So it got illuminated. Then the satellite went to the dark side, and they're like,
it's still lit up.
It's still glowing.
You know why? Because it's Costco.
Oh, they ate some of the fucking hot dogs they have there?
No, it's there. They have a Costco on Ceres.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's everywhere.
You said jackass.
Well, they have a picture of it right there. I mean, not a Costco.
Well, Ceres.
But they're the bright lights.
It's the minor planet designation, one Ceres, a dwarf planet in the middle main asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. It's first known to be an asteroid discovered in the early 1800s. It's a small size. That means its brightness is too dim to even be seen with the naked eye. Let me see here.
Of course, yeah.
They don't have a whole lot of information about it.
Well, yeah.
But there was, and the reason why this popped up because there was a news article that was put out that hit my logarithm that I watch, and it was just something. It just simply stated that it explained that not necessarily there was a life, but obviously it's giving off light. Then there's some chemical stuff going on.
Yeah.
And it's all total microbial.
Yeah, something fluorescent chemical reaction.
Are there any minerals that give off light?
Gold.
I don't think gold gives off light, does it?
No. Are there any minerals that produce light? I don't know.
Well, like radiation.
That's what I mean. Could it be
plutonium?
a mineral? I mean, it be a mineral instead of some kind of light?
I was going to say, on Earth, don't we have non-life fluorescent material?
Yeah.
So you got the lightning bugs. We have those fish in the bowels of the ocean.
Non-life.
Non-biological.
Non-life. I mean, look it up. Non-life fluorescent material. I mean, I guarantee there's going to be something on our planet. So why wouldn't there be something on their planet?
There's fluorescent. Mercury?
All right. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So
I don't know either.
we can do our normal and just say it sounds like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, we do.
So mercury lights by itself, apparently.
So there's nonlinear fluorescence, lifetime imaging of biological tissues,
No.
We'll have to do some research on that.
half-life of
Well, you
fluorescent
put biology.
proteins.
You put biology in there. We don't want
All right, well then,
material, non-life fluorescent material.
well, this fluorescence. So, what is the stuff that you have? Like, I like on my, like, you have glow in the dark shit.
Right.
There's electromagnetic. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Electromagnetic radiation.
Yeah. There we go. What is glow in the dark?
Phosphors.
There we go.
So all glow in the dark materials contain phosphors. A phosphor is a substance that radiates visible light after being energized.
There we go.
Oh
no!
Strontium.
Oh my god! Innova Solutions glow in the dark pigments are all made from strontium aluminate
The
oxide.
drinking games begin. Strontium. We
All right,
have
for our dudes like us listeners out there, this is actually the first time we've ever had the word strontium populate in the podcast that had relevance.
Russ. Yes, definitely.
yes.
Yeah, because somehow Jeff would work it in to
Yes.
every podcast, but
Strontium.
it made no sense until
All of
now.
us saw it at the same time. Oh! No, okay. So the inorganic, that's still phosphor. What is phosphor, by the way?
Phosphors? I don't know.
Most glow in the dark pigments, materials, phosphor, zinc sulfide, the newer strontium aluminate, which produces a brighter glow
So yeah,
over a longer period of time.
so it's
the
a
planet
massive area
of strontium.
of strontium aluminide oxide.
Ah, so the dwarf
Aluminum
planet
oxide.
is a
Illuminate.
pinnacle of strontium. So
Well,
that's where we're going to source it.
I told you my theory
Oh.
Ooh.
that the one of the theories that happened to the Earth on how the moon was created is that a giant planet rammed into the Earth. Theia was the name of this planet, and it rammed into the Earth. Part of it stayed in the Earth, and it's part of our mantle now. But it broke off a chunk of the planet, which created the moon.
Okay.
Could it have created this hunk of rock as well? So some of whatever was on the Earth at that time being this little dwarf planet.
Normally I'd say no,
It's
but
too far away, but I guess not.
No. I don't think it's too far away. I think I would have thought that a couple years ago, but now that you think about it's not too far away. It's because there's nothing around us. Where else
Right.
could it come from?
Right.
So
It
maybe
had to travel from somewhere, right?
maybe it hit another planet. Maybe it hit Mars. Maybe it hit Venus. It could have hit any of those planets because they're all relatively close. In fact, it's between Mars and Jupiter. So, I mean, if you think about it, logically, it could be Earth, but I'm thinking it's more likely to be Mars. Because Mars is right there.
That is fascinating, right? Because this is, okay, hold on. This is in the asteroid belt around Jupiter,
Well,
Saturn, or the asteroid belt?
between Mars and Jupiter.
Oh, okay. So it's the asteroid belt itself, literally, not.
Well, Google Theia. Thei.
Because you know what I'm talking about. There are asteroids that are in the belts of Jupiter and Mars, but this is not in a belt of either of those.
Theia planet. Yeah, Theia planet. There it is.
Theia planet, the hidden connection.
Yeah, see, it rammed into the Earth,
Interesting.
and it embedded part of itself into the Earth.
Here, click on that diagram that has the. No. Go up a little bit. Yeah, that one. Yeah, let's see what that says. All right. So
The hidden connection. New theory explains how Theia could be hiding in Earth's core. How Theia? You know what? Okay. How Theia, the planet that created the moon, could also be hiding in Earth's core. So here's the thing I have about the Earth's core: is there like molten lava down there?
the Earth's core.
Yes.
They're saying it's solid metal at the very, very center, but they don't know how big that is.
Well, they said
But
it's
what about-
actually a large core.
But is it
When I read
molten?
about this,
Is it molten?
No,
I don't know.
they say the very, very center is solid, and then outside of that,
But is it
yes,
hot?
there is a molten layer. Yes.
So I guess where I'm going with that is that, when you dig into the ground, let's say we go down 10 feet.
Okay.
It's cold, right? The average
Yeah.
temperature, if you go down 10 feet, is in the 50s. Period.
Right.
That's how people want to thermal climatize their houses. They use the drilling. They use the core drilling going down, and
they blow the air up.
Well, moreover, what they do is they have like a large copper tube that goes down, and they run water through it, and then the water comes back up,
Cold.
and it falls on this
geothermal.
tray. Geothermal, exactly.
Right.
And then when the cold water hits the pan, there's a fan that blows on it, which makes the air cold. So my point by saying that is, I've always grown up thinking the further you get into the Earth, the hotter it is.
Well, the lava is hot. Now, we're only going down 50 feet.
Correct.
You'd have to go down several miles.
Yeah, remember, underneath the mantle is a lava, the sea.
So it's very fluid all around.
Yes, that's where the volcanoes erupting.
Correct.
And all that
and
shit, right?
they permeate through and they create the volcanoes.
Because you have the mantle as well.
So, I mean,
the crust.
You have the crust.
But
then the mantle.
But there are some people that, I mean, I've listened to a couple different, not necessarily podcasts, but some YouTubers out there, and they're like, oh yeah, we're in the parking garage, and the parking garage is 3 stories underground, and it's so hot down here because, we're closer to the center of the earth and it's hot.
No.
And I was thinking,
no.
I was thinking to myself when he said that, and this was just like last week, I was thinking,
that's a joke.
That was not a joke. He was just dumb. And it's in fact, maybe ignorant's a better word.
Now, could he be by a thermal pocket? Maybe.
Dude, no, the crust is like super, super thin, but for us, it's massive.
Well, just like...
the crust is massive.
Well, just like Yosemite, right? Because you have these hot pools, because you got thermal areas where it is actually closer to the surface.
Right.
So you do have those areas.
Right.
Saying that parking lot was close to one of those, I don't know.
It would have to be.
I would think that'd be kind of unstable if they put it next to something like that.
Right.
But
yeah, next to a mall.
Yeah. So
interesting.
They do have those where the heat does impact closer to the earth.
Right.
Like Yellowstone.
Yeah, like Yellowstone. But Yellowstone is a super volcano.
Yeah, that's right, because it's thinner there, and there's shit.
So what
going
is
on.
the geyser that
Old
Faithful? That itself amazes me. That not just the fact that it does what it does, but the fact that it's timely.
Yeah, because it gets superheated. It gets superheated on a cycle. And then at some point it gets superheated, and then blows.
Yeah, it's on cue because they're like 5, 4, 3, and all of a sudden, bam! It hits it right on time.
It's not that. I don't think it's that accurate, but it's pretty damn accurate.
Has anyone ever fallen in there?
Yes,
I think they have, haven't they?
Well, maybe not Old Faith. Well, actually, I think somebody did fall in there.
Yeah,
and then they died, of course.
Yeah, because that water is caustic,
superheated.
You say caustic is like the acid wise?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
yeah, it's not.
So when the Old Faithful spews, it's like like phosphoric acid, or
yes, it's like not drinkable water. No,
you don't want to touch it. One thing, it's very, very hot, but
extremely hot.
Interesting.
Yes,
Doesn't sound very desirable.
Which is why it's blasting out of the ground. Because
so they had Yellowstone Park this past week or the past couple of weeks where they had a major road that passes through it settle. So making the park
so it
unavailable.
Kind of dropped a little bit.
So it's high up it's high up, and part of the mountainside gave way, which took away the whole
like a rock slide or a mudslide.
Yeah, exactly. And
Right.
it's a main vein to get into the park. So they're like, no one can get in there, or maybe they have some back roads, or maybe I don't even know. But they were like, yeah, this is a permanent deal. There's no way to rebuild that. And I was kind of looking at the pictures, like, we could probably build that.
But that, I mean,
we have a laser machine.
Yeah, Yellowstone. We do woodworking. Yeah. We can help you here. It's an ELE, right? Extinction level event. Yellowstone.
Yeah, if that goes, we're done.
Yellowstone is 100% an extinction level event if that super volcano were to go.
And that happened throughout if you all watch that documentary and just read up on it, we've had 8 extinction events throughout the history of the Earth.
At Yellowstone, or
just in general?
Oh yeah, in general.
And volcanoes.
Asteroid hit. Super volcano explosion. Asteroid hit.
There were 8 others.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. I mean, when you look at millions and millions of years, yeah,
hundreds of billions.
Odds are not in our favor.
No, they're not.
I hate
it's a matter of time. It's going to happen again.
Gloom and doom, but odds are not in our favor.
Well, we're not. Well, you don't know, but we're not going to be around for it.
No, we won't. No.
All of a sudden, an asteroid smashes into us.
Right.
And hopefully it'll be quick like that, too.
Well, in the movie, it's like really slow moving across the Earth. This big wave.
Well, and I don't think if they were to hit on the other side of the planet, the impact would not kill us.
It'd be the ashes.
But it would darken the Earth.
Yeah, all the shit that went up into the air.
Everything would die. Like all the trees and plants. We would have no food.
So we'd have to be like own a Walmart that's underground. What's the name of that store? The name of the guys that own it? The Johnsons or
the Walmart?
Who owns Walmart?
The Waltons.
The Waltons.
The Waltons.
It'd be like that. It'd be like Fallout.
It'd be like Fallout 4.
Yeah, it'd be like the show Fallout, but we wouldn't. I mean, we wouldn't survive.
So I finally finished that. They really haven't explained who the ghouls are.
Well, the ghouls are. They're just a product of the aftermath of the nuclear fallout.
Yeah, but how did he live for 200 years?
Did they say they lived for 200 years?
Well, they are. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Okay, so they.
Yeah, you got to find food.
It's kind of like a cockroach. Is kind of the analogy I have. So the way that the one guy, one of the main characters, is able to live is because he takes certain drugs that prevents his body from
decomposing.
Yeah,
not just decomposing, but falling into becoming a feral ghoul.
Oh, correct. Yeah, like a werewolf.
Yeah, I saw that where he has to take not a bunch of drugs, but
he has to treat himself. So,
correct.
But but those other guys, yeah, they're going to live because they're just like cockroaches. They're not normal. So I mean, they're fictitious.
I don't think they explain, not yet. Anyway, they haven't explained their origin yet and how he turned into that, or what keeps him alive. Maybe the next season they'll kind of get into that.
Yeah, it is kind of silly though. They come out of graves, and they somehow become alive.
With no nose.
Yeah, with no nose.
Yeah.
It's hokey, but it's entertainment. Who cares?
So I played the game.
I thought it was well done, the TV show.
Yeah, it was good. No, I enjoyed it.
Did you play Fallout at all?
No.
The game? So I played the game and I'll tell you what, man, it was a hoot because you're seeing a lot of the stuff, because in the game you show up kind of like the main character with the cowboy hat,
and you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you're kind of like, yeah, what's going on? Except you're not a ghoul, and you kind of show up and like, except you're looking for who's he looking? He's looking for his dad, essentially, and
that's what the girl's doing, looking for her dad.
Yes,
yeah, and her mother, she's looking for her mother.
No, her dad.
Her dad. Yeah,
Yeah, because he left the underground pod.
Yeah, but her mother was the one that she was looking for. She didn't know her mother was dead. Her mother had left. That was the reason why going. Her dad had left. She went to go rescue her dad.
Yeah,
correct.
But there was but the game it follows suit pretty well with the game, and I'll tell you, the game is a lot of fun. It's like they have a lot of history because they have a lot of quests, like in the northeast region of the United States, like in Boston. And they have it's cool because they have, it's like they did some sort of laser kind of thing over the city where they make all the buildings up in 3D resolution. So you go in there and you're like jumping on buildings and you're hopping and you're in the city. You're literally, if you're going on a map, you look and there's a park there. Well, there's a park in the fucking game too. So it's a replica of the city, and they have something I call the something trail. I forget what it's called. The white trail, the yellow trail, whatever.
Trail of Tears.
No, it's just a trail that you follow. They have it currently right now because I was looking, because I went to Boston about 2 years ago, and we're and it's just like it's a little map you follow, and they have that in the game, and it's just part of a quest thing. I thought it was interesting, and they went up all down the East Coast, and it had a lot of history because you had to go in there and you had to use actual historical details to unlock certain parts of the game. You had to know.
My takeaway from watching the show was that the young actress, had the biggest eyes I've ever seen, to where I thought it might be AI.
Yeah, that's just the way she is.
I know. Yeah. She's got the biggest. I mean, she's beautiful. I'm not taking away from how pretty she is, but the biggest eyes I've ever seen. I was like, that's got to be AI.
It almost looks sickly.
I don't know about sickly. It was like almost like an alien. You know what I mean?
It was big and round.
She's beautiful though. I mean, but damn, I was like, are those real? Anyway, and you would think when you say, are those real, you're thinking of something else. Not
Her
the eyes.
buttocks.
Yeah, her buttocks, her earlobes.
No. I agree with you. I saw the eyes. I was kind of like, what the? I thought it was. I thought it was AI too. I was like crazy. And then I googled it real quick. I was like, whatever her name was in bikini, and I was like,
yeah. Her name, nude, nude, bedroom,
nothing showed up.
Lingerie.
Yeah. But she does. Her eyes were big. I was like, God damn. I mean, she looks. It's not normal, but nonetheless, she's very attractive.
But you know what's funny? In Disney, animated Disney, not the bullshit Disney. Well, I guess it's all bullshit now, but
it is.
But they make the eyes really big, right? All the Disney girls.
Anime does that as well.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and she's like a real life big eye. You know,
real life,
crazy.
But even like on the Vanity Fair and the Vogue magazines, when they go in there and they digitally edit that stuff, they do the same thing. They make the eyes larger.
Do they really?
Shrink, yeah,
100%.
They shrink everything, dude. They totally pimp it up, man. And she's actually the product of what they're looking for. And then we're like, holy fuck, we don't have to do shit to her.
Is she genetically engineered? Is she GMO?
She's GMO.
She's a GMO actress.
She's genetically modified.
She's like a Bill Gates Hollywood, partnership.
Right.
So,
yeah, you got nothing.
So speaking of the partnership, we're launching our second half of the show, and we haven't discussed the
bourbon.
Climax.
The diet bourbon.
This became highly recommended by Mr. Jeff.
Yes.
So Jeff, why don't you walk us through this?
Well, this is one of our favorite, one of our highest rated ones in the past. This is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Oh.
Coming in at 124.8.
Damn.
This is batch. So this is a couple years old. This is from batch C922, which is what we learned the other day was what? C is the third batch release of the year.
C3PO.
9.
Is this a gay bottle?
It is. Kind of looks like R2D2.
So it's the third of 3 releases in 2022. Yes. It's a limited edition calendar, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C922.
Yes.
Release as a moderately low ABV compared to some of the historical bottles. I don't even know how that's possible.
So 120. If you would,
it's 125.
Just for our fans.
12 years old.
For the fans, explain one more time. I interrupted you. So the C means
third release. So there's A release, a B release, and a C release.
And there's 3 releases within a year. And so A, B, and C.
So the first number is the month it gets released.
September 9.
So 9. And then the year, 22.
Okay. There you go. So, because it is cryptic. It is cryptic. When you look at the bottles, it's almost like, I hate to say it.
They break it up in 4-month intervals.
At first, it was almost like a turnoff for me because I was like, what the fuck are these numbers and letters? And I think, what's the big deal? You know what I mean?
Who does that the worst is Maker's Mark. They have a lot of like FAEO2,
exactly.
fatty
That's
ester acid.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
So
what is all that shit?
But those are releases as well. I don't know what the FAE and the BEPs and all that stuff is.
It's too much.
You have FAE1, you have FAE2. There's 2 releases in that year, right?
Right.
So I don't know what year it is, but I think this is, now that you know, it's easy to read.
Exactly. Now that you know, it makes it a little less obnoxious. Maybe
sense.
Obnoxious is not the right word. All right. So what do we got for a nose and all that shit?
The color is mahogany.
All right. Brown. Okay. I'll do the nose here. Brown sugar oak, a dab of cinnamon powder, touch of rye spice, faint baking spice, classic bourbon scent.
It does. The classic bourbon.
And it's very viscousy. It's got a very oily base to it.
And
it actually was a little appalling when I first took it down. It's kind of died out a little bit, but
it needed to die out.
At first, I was kind of like, "Fuck, man, this is a little sickening."
Yep, I agree.
So the palate is the same thing. It's got a little brown sugar, the same rye spice. Rye spice, the aged oak and cinnamon spice. There you go, Jeff. In the bold heat, which is true. It is bold. And I think bold. But no one mentions it's got a little leather. Oh, they do. The finish is a touch of leather.
Touch of leather.
All right, go ahead.
It's hot though.
Jeff, do the finish.
The finish has some cinnamon, some rye spice. Oh, it came out his nose.
Oh no, his sinuses are on fire right now.
125 proof through the nose.
Through the nostril region.
Oh, he had to pause.
Your eyes are watering.
Every time Jeff talks like a fag, it always just fucking tears me up.
He doesn't do it often.
No.
Yeah, it's a rare treat. Do it again. Say, start
I'm
over.
not drinking before that.
So the cinnamon rye spice, a dab of aged oak, a touch of leather, like Paul said, and lingering heat. I can feel the heat in the chest.
It's hot.
Kind of like that white pepper.
White pepper. Oh, yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that in a second. But it says overall, according to who is this? Breaking Bourbon, the final Elijah Craig barrel proof batch of 2022 provides the final Goldilocks piece in this year's trio of releases.
So I got to be honest. I'm a little put off by the fact that after it's been breathing for what, an hour? An hour?
Can we pause for a second?
Yes.
12 years.
12 years old.
12 years.
12 years.
So I'm interested.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But the fact that it's been breathing for an hour and it's still as hot as it is, I don't know. It's a little off-putting for me.
It's kind of cooled off for me.
It's still hot. I just took another strong pour and it's burning all the way down into the,
The nether region.
My nasal passages.
Into my front hole.
Front hole. Shut the front door.
It's it's not, the flavor's great. The flavor's great. It is. But damn, that they call it the hug, by the way. Don't say burn. It's the hug.
So you don't like the heat?
The Kentucky hug.
So
it's a little off-putting. I don't know. It affects how I'm enjoying this.
So Jordan Moskal, November 11th, 2020, he says Elijah Craig barrel proof Bash C922 overall rating above average.
Yeah, but only 3 out of 5 barrels. So why? Does he say why? He needs to say why. There we go. Yeah.
So he said the last and also the highest proof in the Elijah Craig barrel proof 2022 series, batch C922, tends to find more of a middle ground between the earlier releases. The year kicked off with the 8122, which delivered more of an earthy pour, as was followed by the B522, which was delivered a bit more of a spicy pour. Batch C92 delivers a slightly sweet pour with a nice balance of additional spice and touch of earthy tones. But notes, its nose opens with a blend of classic bourbon scents, while its palate and finish provides a sweeter and spicier notes with a touch of oak and leather to ground it. That's what I tasted from the very beginning. I would say it was like a catcher's mitt when I first put it in my mouth. I was like, this is oily as fuck. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to drink it because it was too oily. It really was.
It was thick.
It softened from the sweetness of the start, the palate.
It sticks to the
finish,
sticks to the mouth and the throat all the way.
Let's get down to it. I don't recall what our earlier assessment was.
I think we gave it 8.
Yeah, that's going to change today.
I think so.
Now I'm going to drop this to a 7.1.
Oh, I'm not that low. I'm thinking about 7.7.
I'm going 6.6.
You suck, Paul.
I'm not digging the spicy finish.
Big fat pepper loaf.
No,
I'm really not.
I still really enjoy this. We'll have to look back at our. I think we all gave it 8s or higher.
Yeah, but not this one.
I don't remember.
Not this one, right? Another.
You know what?
Craig.
I get so confused. We have so many fucking bottles out there, and we have we have several Elijah Craigs. And frankly, we just now recently learned what those little fucking numbers mean. The 8122.
Yeah.
And now that we know that, it's going to be a little bit easier to track. But
Jeff,
right now,
we didn't have this one though, Jeff. Did we? We've never had this one.
Yeah, this is our second pour off of it.
This was open.
Oh, all right. Well then, maybe I'm being hypocritical on my second pull on it. But
well, it only goes to show that your palate changes over time.
It does.
And it could be day to day. It could be what you ate. Could be not what you ate. Could be your dehydration. It could be anything. It all ties in.
Could be the white pepper you had.
The white pepper. It's the white pepper.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of interested because we mentioned something or something was like, oh, it tastes like white pepper. What is that all about? And we're like, I don't know what that's about. I've never heard of white pepper, Paul said. And
well, that was the previous podcast.
Yes.
Yes, we talked about peppercorns. I was like,
yes.
I knew there was a green peppercorn and a black peppercorn. I had never heard of a white peppercorn. And I was like, where do they grow from? And you're like, oh my God, are you an idiot? They're plants. They grow out of the ground. Oh my God, what do you call it? Routers? Oh my God. I think it was in the same sentence
Yeah, it's
where
all-
he belittled
Nailed
me.
it. Nailed it.
He belittled me and made me feel so small. Anyway, I fought through it. I still believe in myself. And
Yes.
he pulled out white pepper from downstairs.
Yeah, I had some.
And
I gave him a
he poured a
small dash.
small dash in my palm.
Dude, it was suffocating.
I was
like
thinking
a
about
tablespoon.
I was thinking about a tablespoon. Yeah, tablespoon.
Came out very fast.
Yeah, it did. And somehow some of it got up my nose without, I didn't snort it.
Well, it's very fine. It's almost like a powder.
I stuck my finger on my palm, put that over my tongue, and then somehow it went up my nose. So anyway, but it's very interesting. If you haven't had white pepper, it's got a, now I feel like we're talking about bourbon again, right?
Right.
It's got it's softer.
Like stone fruit.
It's leather, a lot of stone fruit in the
oily.
white pepper. No, it's got a softer pepper taste, but the finish, the finish. I sound like an idiot right now, but the finish is it lasts. It's a very long lasting peppery finish.
Right. And
It's
you can
very
feel
interesting.
And you can feel the heat.
Yeah, and I kind of compared it to like something you find in chilies because it's like when I say chili, like the meat chili with beans and stuff.
Yeah.
It's because it's got a nice congruent,
Long
heat
lasting.
that lasts long.
Long
You eat it,
lasting.
it's not overwhelming, and it needs to be complemented with a couple things, and it's great. I actually the white pepper now, I understand it now. And black pepper is completely different.
Completely different.
It's kind of like,
Dude, it'll hit you right up front. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and you're done.
But it's short.
Yeah, then you're done.
Yeah. No. Interesting. I really need to get into more spices and cooking, and I'm just not a chef at this point in my life.
You know what?
I need to be.
We need tell you what, we have a perfect guy that could come on the podcast. He's been wanting to come up here forever. It's Mike Gonzalez. He's an up and coming. He makes his own spices.
He's a chef.
He's a chef.
He's a culinary artist.
Well, let's
He
invite
is.
him.
How have you
I've
met?
invited him.
Have you met this guy?
He's one of Tara's cousins.
Nice.
He's a Democrat.
Oh, that's an ender.
Well, I mean,
No, it'll open
Well,
up
hold
some
on. Does
discussion.
he like bourbon?
well, you know what? He's a good person.
I'm
And
kidding. I'm kidding. Of
He
course.
showed up with his toenails painted blue.
Oh, that's hot. I mean,
whatever makes you
no.
feel
I
good.
mean, gosh, that's outrageous.
I don't care. At the end of the day, I still don't give a fuck. I'm just kind of painting a picture, no pun intended.
Dude,
But he is he really is. If there's anyone that knows how to cook shit and knows anything about spices and cooking, it's him. I trust him. If I were to ask him, hey, look, I need something done other than Jeff, it would be him.
You know what? I know we're running out of time. I'm going to say one thing. We can't expand on it because we don't have time. My wife said something perfect today. That we were discussing different things about racism or whatever. There's a difference between a macro thought and a micro thought. In other words, you can have opinion about what's happening at a macro level for different types of things. But on a micro level, a person level, you love them.
God bless.
You love them on a micro level. On a macro level, you can make all sorts of generalizations and you lump and you do this and you do that. You make mistakes.
It's called stereotyping.
Yes,
Yeah, there you
but
go.
on a micro level, it's a person and you love them. So anybody we come to the podcast, we don't give a shit. We love you.
True. Exactly. All right, well, we're wrapping this up because it's late. June 10th, it's the second half of our podcast. Dudes Like Us, I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
Join us on Facebook. Dudes Like Us podcast.
There you
Join
go.
us on Instagram Dudes Like Us podcast.
What about Snapchat,
Oh, fuck.
WhatsApp?
We don't have a Snapchat.
We don't have any of that shit.
Ah, fuck. Dudes Like Us, I'm Sean.
I'm Paul again,
And Jeff's here.
and Jeff's gone.
He's gone.